Well, people buy more cars as soon as they see someone else's car driving themselves for them. Let's see what these next releases look like. 12.3 is great. And it's been great, but remember, a lot of us have biases from using 11, 10,
right,
and before. And I've studied this, and I've administered this when we do user trials at other tech companies. And there's a big thing about development bias and confirmation bias of using prior releases. So it's really, this whole grandma test, spouse test, I think is actually very important at this time.
And now we'll have a new user test as well. I think one of the other things that nobody's talking about is the feedback that these customer service reps are going to get from brand new customers who have never been inside a Tesla before, who they're going to show them the FSD. They're going to show them how it works. I'm guessing those conversations will be way broader than just about FSD. So these reps are going to get all kinds of feedback. And then the rep is going to say, do you want us to leave it on for the 30-day trial or not? And there's going to be a response to that. That's going to be the close. They've told us that's going to be the close. Do you want to leave it on? Well, then the customer is going to say either yes or no. And any rep in his right mind is going to say, oh, well, why don't you want to leave it on? The conversation might even develop in, do you plan to use this in the future? Is it part of your plan to use it in the future? That kind of stuff could be huge in terms of the feedback that these guys will be getting.
I don't know. I mean, what you say makes sense. I just don't know if people go back after they take delivery. I don't think they go back unless they have an issue they want to deal with. So they're going to turn this thing on. It's going to come off the factory line, and at delivery, it's going to be flipped on. And they're either going to, they're going to get a note that comes up on their screen that says you're at the end of your trial, you're going to extend it or not. And they'll probably get emails sent to them as well. And that is going to be a big decision point for Tesla. The problem is I don't know what kind of guidance they're going to be able to give at earnings, because I think they just flipped this on a few days ago. Unless they're going to move their earnings date out to have this data point, I think their normal earnings would be week 3 of April, and it would be before the 30-day trial ends. So maybe they want to get this data point. Maybe they'll have some interim data points of just people who knows. The other thing Tesla needs to be careful of is they're expanding and they're growing very quickly, and not all the reps are very well versed in FSD.
Right.
So they have to make sure that, from the morning coverage of deliveries to the evening. And by the way, I'm not here to tell Tesla to run their business. I just know that I've seen a very high distribution of knowledge of FSD from the cars I've picked up. And, this may, now that they're turning on every car, they may want to step up the education on it as well with their service reps.
If you happen to be a big fan of the Cybertruck, you might also be interested in this super fun Cybertruck refrigerator magnet and bottle opener. It is made out of super thick stainless steel, just like the Cybertruck, and it has this giant magnet on the back, so it's going to hold a lot of stuff on your refrigerator. It's an amazing gift, and it comes in that great gift box that you saw before that uses a magnet opener, just almost like an Apple box, like when you get Apple products. You can buy it on Amazon for $29.95, or you can buy it direct from me by sending $25 to paypal.me/Randy Kirk, all in lowercase letters. Please indicate whether you want the stainless steel look, or maybe you'd like to have this very clever camo version. And then if you're not in the US, please add $20 for freight. If you'd like more than one, please check the information below to get pricing, as well as all that information I just told you will be repeated in the information below. So once again, think about joining the channel, getting the up-to-date Tesla news every single day. I think you'll be glad you did.